At my sister's bachelorette party, I broke our sacred rule to never leave anyone behind. What happened next still haunts me 5 years later, and I've never told my sister the whole truth about that night. I was the maid of honor for my younger sister Dasseta's wedding. As expected, I planned her bachelorette weekend in Miami, 3 days of beaches, clubs, and making memories with our closest friends. Our group included 6 women who'd known each other since college, plus Tedis's future sister-in-law Jen, who none of us knew well. Growing up with 3 sisters, we had strict safety protocols ingrained in us. Stick together, watch your drinks, and most importantly, nobody leaves alone ever. They were non-negotiable rules we'd followed religiously for years. The second night we went to an exclusive beachfront club. Tessis was wearing a rhinestone bride sash, which attracted free drinks and attention all night. By midnight, we were all riding that perfect buzz, loose and happy, but still aware, except for Jen. I noticed her getting increasingly drunk, taking shots with strangers at the bar. When I suggested she slow down, she rolled her eyes. Stop babysitting me, I didn't sign up for sorority rules. Around 1 a.m., I was dancing with Tejist when our friend Kelsey rushed over. Jen's leaving with some guy she just met, she shouted over the music. I pushed through the crowd to the exit and caught Jen stumbling toward the door with a tall man in an expensive watch and cologne you could smell from 10 feet away. His hand was gripping her waist in a way that looked more controlling than supportive. Jen, wait, I called. We need to stick together. She turned, barely focusing on me. I am fine. Ryan's taking me to see his yacht. I'll meet you at the hotel. The man Ryan flashed what I am sure he thought was a charming smile. Don't worry, I'll take good care of her. Something about his practiced smoothness sent alarm bells ringing in my head. We have a rule, I insisted. No one leaves alone. Jen's face hardened. I am 27, not 17. Stop treating me like a child. I pulled her aside, lowering my voice. You don't know this guy. Please, just stay with us. God, you are just like my brother, controlling and paranoid. She jerked her arm away. I am leaving. Don't ruin Taz's night over this. That was the moment I made the choice I still regret. I let her go. I told myself she was an adult. I told myself I wasn't responsible for my future brother-in-law's sister. I told myself a million things to justify not making a scene or pulling Tadish away from her celebration. For 20 minutes I tried to rejoin the party, but anxiety churned in my stomach. Something felt deeply wrong. Finally, I couldn't take it anymore. I told Tazist I wasn't feeling well and was going to get some air. Once outside, I started running down the beach in the direction I'd seen them walking. About half a mile down, past where the bright lights of the main strip faded, I spotted them. Jen was struggling to stay upright while Ryan was leading her toward a parked car, not a yacht in sight. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but Jen's body language had changed completely. She was trying to pull away from him, her movements uncoordinated but desperate. Without thinking, I grabbed my phone and started filming as I ran toward them, shouting at the top of my lungs. Jen, can't you main? The first Azar Terabi, hindy me. Rang's head snapped up. When he saw me sprinting toward them while holding up my phone, he immediately released Jen's arm and took off running in the opposite direction, disappearing between 2 buildings. Jen collapsed onto the sand, crying and disoriented. When I reached her, she grabbed my arms. He wouldn't let me go, she whispered. I told him I changed my mind and he wouldn't let me go. I helped her back to the hotel, cleaned her up, and stayed with her until she fell asleep. We agreed to tell everyone she'd felt sick and I'd gone to help her. No need to ruin Tanish's weekend. 5 years later, Jen and I share a silent bond. She's never mentioned that night again, and neither have I, but sometimes at family gatherings she'll catch my eye and mouth a quiet thank you when no one's looking. I still have the video on my phone, 10 seconds of shaky footage that reminds me why we never ever leave anyone behind, not even when they ask.